It is so cold outside. All of those chipmunks that have accompanied our last OwlCrate unboxings, I actually haven't seen for a little while, so I think they are beginning to hibernate, and that means that it may be the end of the year for our outside, outdoors, beautiful weather OwlCrate unboxings, but that's okay. You know, seasons come, seasons go, and as we head into winter, I am just really grateful I'm gonna have a lot of books to read. So this month's OwlCrate came, and I'm very excited because this month's theme is a little bit different than some of the past themes that were more generic. This is very specifically lost in a bookstore, and I'm not exactly sure what OwlCrate is going to do for that, but I know that I, for one, have always loved becoming lost in bookstores and libraries, and even university libraries. I like to follow Chips on campus and go up into his graduate student library sometimes just to look over the levels and levels of books. There are floors of books there in languages I can't even read, and just walking the stacks and being able to look around and see so many books everywhere and wonder, because they're in languages I can't read, what they have to say. It's just super inspiring. So I love that feeling of being somewhere where there are just so many books. I would be one of those characters who would happily live the rest of my life in a fantasy library that is just endless, that you could spend forever inside. And yes, if you're thinking about a certain Avatar, The Lost Airbender library, I am very, very happy to know you. But enough babbling, let's go ahead. We're gonna open up this OwlCrate. We're gonna see what's inside. What does it mean to be lost in a library? And we're going to add to the pile of books that I hope to make this long, long Michigan winter that is coming, very bright and colorful and full of stories that I can share with you guys. So, all right, here's the box. You guys ready? This one's packed in really tight and it feels heavier than normal actually. So I'm pretty excited. Whoa, whoa, okay. Sorry, I startled the birds. Whoa, okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff in here already, and I can already see some things I'm really excited about. Here is the postcard, the spoilers postcard that comes with every single one of the boxes. It's really adorable. Oh my gosh. So lost in a bookstore. She's got a pot of tea that is pouring itself. Hello, I need that. Peach tea 24/7. Just, that would be really cool. All right, so let's go ahead. And the first thing that jumped out at me that I just have to take out are socks. So these are some book nerd socks that are out of print collaboration with OwlCrate, and they look adorable. I'm a little bit worried that they say small because I do not have small feet whatsoever. Oh, the sock size is actually 9 to 11. That's considered small. So hopefully these will fit pretty well, but they look really, really cute. Definitely good for book nerds. That's probably gonna be kind of the theme of this box, is it's good things for book nerds. And then, ooh, Choco Mint Truffle Tea. Black tea, peppermint, and chocolate flavoring. I've actually never had black tea before. I might give that a try and see how that tastes, but that would be really fun, again, to help me through all of these long winter nights and curl up with a good book. And what on earth is this? This is so interesting because all of the items so far are much more just kind of book nerd themed than the usual really specific book series themes that they do. Oh, it's a tea strainer. So this is actually a OwlCrate exclusive Love of Reading tea strainer. Brew a mug of delicious tea with this special tea strainer. Snuggle up with a good book for an afternoon of reading bliss. So they have given you the loose leaf tea, and they have given you a tea strainer that is actually a good length if you have huge tea mugs like I do. So that's really cute. Aw, it could kind of be cute if it was a book, but I don't know how practical a design that would be, so who knows. And then we've got, this is definitely Harry Potter, right? I can't read the words. I think it's something in Latin, but this is definitely a Harry Potter postcard. I love all of the books that are piled up right here. There's something soothing about having a big pile of books, I think. And I dream of the day where Chips and I finally have our forever home, which will hopefully be our forever home. He can have his library of Chinese and Japanese and Mandarin books that, well, Mandarin is the same as Chinese. You know what I mean. All of the different languages that he studies. He can have his library, and I'm gonna have my library of adventures and the nonfiction animal books that I love so much. It's gonna be really awesome. I'm so excited. I dream of the library. And hang on here. No way! Okay, I think this box is so heavy because there's more than one book this month. Oh my gosh, there is more than one book. Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna be so excited about the other book that's in here too. I can just tell, just based off of what the cover says. Woo, sorry, a little loud. Are they both signed copies? I think they are. What? A Pride and Prejudice remix. Pride. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Dear reader, welcome to Bushwick. I loved writing this sweet story set in the neighborhood I grew up in. It's filled with love, laughter, hopes, and dreams. In the heart of it all is Seri Benitez, a girl caught between the community she loves and the boy who challenges her ideas about him, herself, and the world. This Pride and Prejudice remix has a beat of its own, but the rhythm is familiar. So step into the pages and enjoy a big block party and enjoy From Brooklyn with Love. What? This is like a Pride and Prejudice Brooklyn remix. This is really awesome. I want to see more diversity in all of the books, especially the ones that I get into. And this is cool. So Seri has pride, Brooklyn pride, family pride, and pride in her Afro-Latino roots. But pride may not be enough to save her rapidly gentrifying neighborhood from becoming unrecognizable. When the wealthy Darcy family moves in across the street, Seri wants nothing to do with their 2 teenage sons, even as her older sister, Janae, starts falling for the charming Ainsley. She especially can't stand the judgmental and arrogant Darius. Yet as Seri and Darius are forced to find common ground, their initial dislike shifts into an unexpected understanding. But with 4 wild sisters pulling her in different directions, cute boy Warren vying for her attention, and college applications hovering on the horizon, Seri fights to find her place in Bushwick's changing landscape or lose it all. In this timely update of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, critically acclaimed author Ibi Zoboi skillfully balances cultural identity, class, and gentrification against the heady magic of first love. Oh my goodness, this sounds really good. I know I say oh my goodness all the time, but I mean it. I don't really get a lot of like the more modern setting diversity in my hands because I veer towards fantasy, and fantasy can go all sorts of places, but I'm really excited to have this book and to dive into it because I do live in an area where gentrification is kind of a huge deal. People who have lived here for a long time are being pushed out of their homes from the housing expenses, which is a very boring thing you would think to talk about, but it shapes communities, and as a result it shapes the lives of the people who live in it. So for me, this is going to be interesting to see on that level, and it's just a really beautiful book too. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is gonna be so fun to read. I can't believe there's like multiple books in here too. They've also included a really awesome bookmark. I'm so excited to see this. I hope this really strikes at the chord for a lot of the OwlCrate readers this month. Just something that they really relate to. Oh my goodness. All right, I keep saying oh my goodness because I'm really excited. Sorry. We've also got the monthly pin that I can put on my little pin flag so that I have the continuation of my OwlCrate collection. And here is the book. Oh, it's huge. Okay, I have to kind of gently tease it out. Okay, there's a couple things under it. This book is so cool, and I know that it's going to get so many of you guys so excited. I'm going to show it as the last thing. So we also have the OwlCrate book, the little booklet that comes along to let you know. Okay, so I think this is the main book. Oh, that's awesome. I'm pretty sure that right here, Pride is the main book. That makes me excited. Here's the interview with the author. I love reading these blurbs so I can understand a little bit behind how the book was written. It takes a lot of work. You can see the difference between the OwlCrate and the normal book covers. I always think it's really fun to have the special book covers. Like I could never ever get rid of the book even if I needed to downsize because it's so unique and special. special. And then, yeah, we have the other author over here too. Oh, this is awesome. And as usual, they have the recommendations. If you enjoyed that book, jump in and see some of the others. And then, oh, the interview with the vendor who made the last item. This is so exciting. Oh, and you guys are gonna love the November theme too. I'll show that to you in just a second. The last item in the box is really nice. This is a really nice OwlCrate. I love how they have their own little like OwlCrate brand on everything, so you know it was like made just for them. But it's a book jacket. Look at how nice this is. If you want to really protect your books, this is fantastic. I don't think some of the books, well, maybe, I think all the books that came in the box could actually fit in this. Books are uniquely portable magic. Why have I never heard that before? That is such an awesome, relatable quote. You think I would have heard that before, but I have never heard that phrase before, and I love it. Books are uniquely portable magic. And I actually have my big backpacks that I haul my vlogging camera and my wildlife camera around all the time, but I don't usually throw my hard copy books in. It's usually my Kindle, because I don't want to like bang them up, because I go on some adventures sometimes. So this will be fun to have, and even if I don't use it for books, this would be good for transporting my stickers when I go travel and I have no practical way to haul all my stickers around for my joy journal. So this is really cool. I like this a lot, and it's so well made. That's something I really appreciate. I never really feel like any of the stuff that comes in the OwlCrate is cheap material. It's really, really, really sturdy. You're gonna have to really work to chip a book's page if it's inside of this thing. So that makes me very excited, because how many times can I say that today, right? And finally, let me go ahead and take the book, or the little protective plastic cover off of a book. I think I have no idea what it is about, but I know, knowing you guys as Pixel Biologist, and knowing our wonderful community as I do, that something that says Shadow of the Fox with this beautiful cover is going to catch a lot of your attention. Wow, it's literally glowing. This is really pretty. Okay, all right. When destiny calls, legends rise. You have my full and undivided attention, Julie Kagawa, which also makes me excited because we are rocking some diverse authors this time around, which is fantastic. Oh, I forgot to check for the signed page, but you can see it, signed page here. Pride has signed page as well, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, 1,000 years ago, the great Kami dragon was summoned to grant a single terrible wish, and the land of Iwagato was plunged into an age of darkness and chaos. Now, for whoever holds the scroll of 1,000 prayers, a new wish will be granted. A new age is about to dawn. Raised by monks in the isolated Silent Wind temples, Yumiko has trained all her life to hide her yokai nature. Half kitsune, half fox, half human, her skill with illusion is matched only by her penchant for mischief. Until the day her home is burned to the ground, her adoptive family is brutally slain, and she is forced to flee for her life with the temple's greatest treasure, one part of the ancient scroll. Oh boy, army of demons at her heels, unlikely allies at her sides, the key to saving the world itself. This sounds like a lot of, I would have flipped out over being able to get this book when I was in middle school and high school, especially because I was so enchanted with Japanese lore and the language. I took many years of Japanese actually, so this is going to be an exciting ride for me. I am really looking forward to it, and I like the theme kind of really fitting in with October and kind of those more spooky tones, looking into having a demon heritage that is just, ooh, this is gorgeous. So very excited about Shadow of the Fox as well. I really love how I've got my fantasy fix, and I've got some encouragement to go outside of my normal fantasy only reading schedule and try on something different, try on something that might resonate with me and my community, and watching the changes that have been happening here as well. So I'm really, really happy with these two books. This is going to be awesome. We've also got a bookmark to go with the Shadow of the Fox. Oh, and we've got the little note from the author. So let me read that real quick. Dear reader, welcome to the land of Iwagato. Prepare to be swept away in a tale of adventure heavily flavored by my favorite myths from Japan. Samurai, shinobi, kitsune, oni, and more all lurk within these pages. Honor and destiny entwine, and the music of their motion is fire and magic and steel. The time of the prophecy has come. The dragon will rise. If the scrolls that summon the great kami fall into the wrong hands, the world as we know it will end. Can a young kitsune stand up against the forces of evil? Perhaps, but she cannot do it alone. Fox, demon hunter, ronin, samurai, miko, all must work together if they are to save Iwagato. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so I'm gonna have fun with that. It definitely plays on a ton of the Japanese myths that I'm familiar with too, so that's gonna be fun to see. And it will also help prepare me for next month's box, Rise from the Ashes. That sounds amazing. The theme of the November box is Rise from the Ashes, a sneak peek. I hope you guys are ready for the spoiler. Boom. There we go. Every November box will include an exclusive wax seal kit from Team OwlCrate. It is not pictured here, but it is beautiful. So there we go, guys. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. And I didn't expect to get 2 books this month, which is kind of silly because it is the Lost in the Bookstore theme. It's really fantastic. And I'm so content with the authors that OwlCrate in particular continues to curate from. I have enjoyed pretty much every single one of the OwlCrate books that I have finished so far, and I do have a little pile of them that I'm actually going to try to be getting through over the following months because it's getting colder here in Michigan, and that usually makes me kind of pout and sort of fuss and sometimes be a little bit ornery because I don't like winter. I don't mean anything against it, just it's very dark. So I'm really looking forward to being able to share what I think about the different stories with all of you as a way to kind of encourage myself to invite in light and color and vibrancy and other worlds while I am wading through the gray days of Michigan winter. I think it's a good and healthy and fun way to try to tackle winter this year, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. But alright, so thank you guys so much. If you could leave me a little hoot for our OwlCrate by leaving a like, it would really help me and it would mean so much to me. Let me know which one of the books you would like to read, which one really jumps out at you in the comments, because that will also help me figure out which one you might want me to possibly do a short review video on once I finish it. And if you are really into OwlCrate and you too would like to try the Rise from the Ashes box, there is a link in the video description. I am not sponsored. I don't do this for any other reason than the fact I adore books, and the link will actually count as a referral code, and when I get 3 of those, then my next box is free, and I think I'm just 1 away, so it would mean a lot because it would help me just encourage my book habits without making Chips kind of side-eye me as the stack continues to grow. But you know what, he's got a lot of Chinese books, so we're even. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.